Wow. No back of the box reading this time, folks, because wow, this film makes fucking Hostel and Saw look like pure fucking child's play. Make it look like childish, juvenile, infantile nonsense compared to the mastery of this film. It's like this blew me away. And wow. The subtleties in this film have no bounds. It's a very slow burn. It's a very slow burn film. That might turn a lot of people off, but this has a lot of relations to Stephen King's Misery in some points. A lot of people have heard this film, very few have actually sat down and watched this film. It has gained quite a big cult following in the past 10 years. And it's like, wow, this film was beyond ahead of its time. I can say that right now. Even right now, I think even modern audiences 10 plus years later would have trouble handling this film. As a person, as me, as being horror movie savvy and desensitized, I was just fucking biting my fists at when the time came. The film starts off as a man is waiting with his wife in the hospital bed while she is dying from an unknown disease. Ambiguity works this time, unlike The Road. But in here, it's done quite well. The film's paced out so slow and so well. You really get to know and attach the characters. That's why I think also film Wolf Creek works, as you get to know the characters and the characters become likable. There's character bits and moments and comedy bits, as they were, to attach to the characters. It doesn't make a character an unsympathetic traveling douchebag just to get some pussy, as it were. As we're in Hostel and probably sequel. In here is just wow, you really do sympathize with the main character as he goes through a midlife crisis of finding a new wife because he's feeling burnt out and he needs some affection, as it were. And so his friend has an audition for a staged movie for him to find a new girlfriend, companion, partner, as it were. And things kind of go downhill from there. Not really. It kind of subtly decline, but we're not sure if this is really happening or if it's all in his head, because the subtleties and the metaphors and the allegories in here for insecurities and self-guilt is just beyond belief. Like wow, this does have a lot in comparisons with Silent Hill. I know if I'm starting to sound like a broken record, it's only because Silent Hill is one of those few genres that actually get to the core of emotional scarring and the melancholy of beauty. And it's just wow. This was a great film. It is a great film. It blew my lead off. And wondering for the third film I was going to do, for the sixth film on my roundup, next three films are going to be basic generic, and the other three are going to be Asian, as you know, going in that pattern. And for the third one of this one, I was having a hard time to pick out a film. I was split between what should I pick, Meat Grinder, Suicide Club, or Audition. I was like, I said fuck it, I'm going with Audition, because I've heard about it. I've been meaning to watch it the past couple years, but I've been kind of not necessarily busy, just lazy. Because you really do need to lean in and really focus in, not just because of the subtitles, because there's a lot of very subtleties in this film that you need to watch on multiple watchings. In the last 20 minutes, as it were, I'd say burnt out neo-hippie would say, a bad trip. It is wow. It is so fucked up. There's no other words to place the true inner turmoil and brutality of this character. It is fantastic. This is a great film. I loved it. Nothing else to say. I would say, man, this and The Roy, my God, are going on my like top 10 list of favorite horror movies. If I can, just not just your stereotypical horror. This is kind of, I don't want to say artsy fartsy, but more so the psychological. And I'm so much for the psychological and supernatural, more so than the slasher. I do enjoy the slasher as watching a cartoon, a kind of a gory, dark, goofy superhero. Not necessarily a superhero, but somebody with superhuman-like powers, say with Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees. But in here, there's just far more depth. It's not really just a... This is like a fine dining horror movie. Like, while the others, Jason and Freddy, are more so a frozen pizza or like going to fucking A&W or McDonald's for a quick snack. Not really much nourishment, but it was a lot of fun and quite a bit filling. And here you do enjoy all the subtleties and the tastes of the flavors of the ideas. It's like, wow, great film, fucking 5 stars. I hate putting the 5-star rating. I think it's pretentious, but fuck it. This movie earns that pretentiousness of, not necessarily pretentiousness is a bad thing, it's just like, wow. This is where it's just like, whoa, I'm fucking fumbling all over my words because I am just shocked and awe about the awesomeness of this film. It is great. I'll quit praising it and overanalyzing it. I'm going to try not to spoil things, but I think I did kind of, but like, wow. Check it out. Duke, you gotta finish watching this film, buddy. Just watch it. Don't eat corn while watching this.